Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second episode of the No Culture Podcast. I am today's host, Sam Schnee, and I'm here with Juliana McKenna and Joshua Santos. How have you guys been doing?
Josh, you go first.
All right. I'm doing pretty good. I went to today. I'm actually here right now. See this new space. Not Juliana's house, taking up space. I have some puppies. I'm just, vibing too. It's great, guys. Sniffing some Sharpies too on the low.
As always.
Well, I'm good. I just came back from, and then besides that, actually, I also came back from my neighbor's house because we were playing backgammon before this, and that's why I'm late.
Did you win or no?
I lost one and I won one.
Ooh.
You gotta go back for the rematch. My brain just fried. As we had said in the spoiler last episode, our first topic today is going to be our experience as young adults who have just graduated high school.
We've been graduated from school for, has it been over 6 months already?
Yeah.
It's so much different than I expected. I'd say that number one, we're so different from any other graduating class because we graduated in the midst of COVID. At the same time, just like being at home all the time or trying to be like, oh, I'm home all the time. So it's just been really strange. I don't know. A lot of my story is based around COVID and how it bothered me in ways that it did and didn't. Because the first 6 months of being out of high school felt super normal. It felt like summer vacation all year. Like the past 6 months has felt like summer vacation for me because we're not going to classes, we're not going to school, we're not going anywhere. So it just felt like I was just at home all the time. And to me, that's like a summer vacation. Now COVID is making me pissed. I don't want to be inside anymore, which is it's not the way it's supposed to work because it's winter, but I just want to get out of the house at all times. And I have been, safely, do it safely. Just social distancing, not being around a lot of people, understanding your limits, telling people your limits, like, hey, you're a little too close. Can you please move over there? And thinking about seniors that are graduating this year, I guess it has to be worse for them, but it's just such a weird thing to not only think that we're out of high school, so we don't have to worry about the seniors of now, but also the fact that our experience was kind of bad from the beginning. Like, even if we didn't care about things like prom or walking down the aisle and getting a picture with our family with the crowd behind us, like, they never got to even think that that was an option. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I feel like I'd rather be graduating this year than last year because at least this year they have two benefits. One, there's still a chance that their first year of college will be in person. Slim, but still a possibility now that we have the vaccine kind of coming out. And the second thing is COVID is now more figured out. They've had time to plan so they could potentially do some sort of graduation in a larger setting.
Isn't that really optimistic?
Oh, I'm not saying that it'll just disappear. And it definitely is optimistic, which is why I said it's a small chance. But I still think that there is a chance that it could get potentially better by the time the next school year is going to start.
I don't know. I've just been listening to the UK, for example, with their lockdown and their new strand of coronavirus, and then Biden's end of year speech that recently happened, and where he was just saying it's going to get worse.
Donald Trump vetoed the bill, and he was like, every American should get $2,000.
Wait. Context.
Because the Senate and the House of House of Representatives passed the bill, for a stimulus package, obviously, and each person would get $600. Went to the president's desk to get signed, and he vetoed it. And he was like, "No, everyone should get $2,000 instead." And
you're like, "Cool, now we're getting nothing. Thank you, sir."
He's the one that's in charge of the care packages that are supposed to be happening in December.
I'm down for $2,000 though. Part of being a broke college kid straight out of high school, like I am this year, is the fact that we don't got a lot of money. Sold my car, went to Massachusetts, haven't been working at all because of Corona. Have been having a blast. Let me tell you, a blast. But I'm broke, man. I'm broke. I got that college I'm making the same food and drink things every single day, man. I ate at least a salami sandwich twice a day with a banana smoothie every single day, 7 days a week for 6 months. I love it, but college kid.
But that's one benefit I have, which is I never have to worry about eating the same thing again because I don't eat. So I'm having 2 meals a day, and I'll switch up. I'll have really late breakfasts or really early lunches, and then I'll just coast for the rest of the day. So I'm not having to have the same meal a ton of times a day.
But Sam, you lived alone for a while, and what did you do then?
I moved into an apartment in San Francisco, which I was very, very lucky, and due to some circumstances, I got to live there with my friend rent free, and we just had to pay for the water and electricity and gas and like upkeep of the place, but we didn't actually have to pay any rent. So that was really nice. It was nice being able to get a bit of that sense of independence, because I was expecting that like high school would end, you would have summer, and then I would go off to college, and I would move away from my parents. And then I learned COVID was happening and schools were shutting down, and that just, dude, that was heartbreaking. I love my family, but I was like, shit, I have to live here for another like year or more. What the fuck? And so it was a great opportunity to get to go into the city and live there by myself for 4 months, I think, something like that.
All I know is that like during this time where I've been with my family, I've come to the realization how much I don't want to be around them sometimes.
But Josh, you were away too.
Yeah, I went to Massachusetts in August because like one day I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go to Portugal. And I booked my flight, quit my job, told everyone the last day I was on my way to Portugal. Got to Massachusetts and I found out they wouldn't let me on the plane, even though I had my COVID test and all that. And then so I was stuck in Massachusetts and I ended up staying there for about 3 months and it was pretty great. But still I was with family even when I was there. So yeah, family guys.
You can never escape the family. And Juliana, you got to travel as well.
I was in Colombia for, I want to say 10 days, and we were just there for family business. We were going on vacation because my sister said that she wanted to see the ocean. Never really traveled Colombia before. I have, and she hasn't, so that wasn't fair. So we took her to go see the ocean, and we went, and it was really difficult. Day 3 or 4 of our stay, we ate something and then we were all shitting bricks. I thought it was the meat. I thought, well, we ate fish that night. So I was like, it must have been the fish. But then my mom was sick and she's a vegetarian. So it was like, okay, it wasn't the fish. It must have been the water. And thank God it wasn't the fish, because sometimes if you get crappy fish, like you're ruined for life. Permanent damage. But after that, we went back to the city. It was a rough trip. And at the same time, the last thing, I think the most important thing is that my passport expired. My Colombian passport had expired in the words of Colombian law, and I needed to get my ID from the country. It's called a celuda, and I didn't have one just because I didn't think I needed it. And I wasn't able to go to the chancellor's office in time to change it, and I was worried that I wasn't able to come back home because of that. And it ruined the end of my trip because I just had my mom's friend who was a lawyer calling me, telling me that I really need to figure that one out or I'm not going to get to leave. And then I have my mom busting my ass. And then I have my dad calling me, asking me what's wrong. He's like, this is why you should have never gotten a Colombian passport in the first place. Like, this is such a mistake. Like, everything you've done, like, I was just crying because I didn't get it. None of this is my fault.
Sam, you see how fast that transition from Colombia is such a mistake to everything you do is such a mistake, bro. What? See how fast that transition? What? Also,
I didn't even recognize
I was
that.
gonna say on the fact when it comes to water, Giardia strikes again, huh? Giardia strikes again.
I never had it in the first place.
Probably give it to guy too. Like if it's
You can't say his name. Jack?
Jack. We called him Jack.
We
That
need
was his name.
Can we call him Shed Boy?
No, we're just gonna call him Jack. No. He does live in a shed, that is true. But it's a nice shed.
Oh, you've seen it.
I've seen it.
Have you seen it, Josh?
I've never seen his shed.
Dude, it's a nice
It's
shed.
tricked out. His house is so rich, and
His house is so rich. What?
like her floors, like beautiful fencing. Like his house is gorgeous, and
It is
like
very
his
nice.
little shed thing is gorgeous, and it's just not fair.
Did you tell him that?
Yes, I did. I did.
Then he just took you back to his shed, right? And got down to business.
Actually, no, we didn't do anything.
It's time for the 3 viewers we have to get this update.
Yeah. Sam, Julia, and me, 3 viewers.
Yeah, the 3 viewers. Us.
Pretty much it happened. Okay, so I went over to his place twice. I'm calling him Shed Boy, but I went over to Shed Boy's place twice, and all I can say is that nothing happened other than that I gave him the gluck gluck.
What's the gluck?
What a way to say it. What a way to say it. What do you think it is, Josh?
I don't know.
No, I'm not gonna go into any more detail than that.
Wait, can you zoom back in Sam right there? Hold on.
Nope, zoom in over. We're done. I'm not doing that second time. Oh wait, but also this is a podcast and nobody could see what I was doing.
Unless you're on YouTube.
I didn't even.
Yeah, and if you are, hit that subscribe button. Or if you're listening to it, I don't know if there's a subscribe button. Follow button?
Oh
Give
yeah,
it a
follow
like.
us on Spotify or
whatever you
anywhere you're
can.
listening to us. And also, if you'd like to subscribe, just go ahead and do it at the No Culture Podcast don't forget to turn your bell on.
Wow, I love these plugs, guys.
And don't forget to leave a like on this video.
Don't forget
Hell
to
yeah.
sniff that Sharpie every once in a while.
Dude, I feel like I'm gonna like look away from the screen for half a second, and then I'm gonna look back, and Josh is just gonna have that Sharpie shoved like 3/4 of the way up his
What is
nose.
wrong? What is
Just gonna be
with you?
sitting like this, just like.
This is just too. You need to give us some context on what are you doing.
So,
Like,
look,
are
I'm
you
just
really that
sniffing a
upset with
Sharpie.
yourself that you have to shove a Sharpie up your nose?
Obsessed with myself that I have to shove
Dude,
a
he's
Sharpie.
getting high, but
Upset.
dude,
What?
he's
Like, are
getting.
you like?
Look.
Are you having
Back in
problems
my-
in your life, Josh?
Back in my day, like I think middle school, people would always grab these like pink, orange, random colored Sharpies and just like sniff them in the middle of class. And I was like, whoa, what are you guys doing? Like,
You went to a drug school.
I went to. So
You
listen,
can't say that.
I don't care.
I mean, we say that we're in the Bay Area. Like, there's only so many middle and elementary schools.
Anyway,
No, we have to cut this all.
Fine, I'll bleep it. I'll bleep it. I'll bleep it.
Great.
Oh my
Anyways, I took it from them and I, just figured I might try it today. And there was a Sharpie right next to me. So I gave it a sniff a couple times and wow. So,
I'll be honest, I have tried sniffing Sharpies because I like heard that you could do that and I was curious. And so I tried and I was just like, it just smells bad.
I mean, this is why you try.
Juliana, your audios.
This is why you try.
Oh God, Juliana.
No, I did that on purpose.
Oh, okay.
What is wrong with you too? Like,
What?
Try drugs.
I swear to
What?
God, like okay, we were in different school districts in middle school, and all I'm gonna say is that your school district was full of friggin' drugs and like bad behavior. Like
Mine or
we
his?
sniff Sharpies.
Thank you.
I was the baddest kid at my school. You know what's the baddest thing I did at my school? I ditched.
Hot glue. No,
No,
those schools.
I
Those
did-
schools.
I ditched 7th period 15 minutes late, and the entire school got involved, and I was sentenced for
No,
like a week of like.
You were sentenced to prison for 5 years.
No, I got a week suspension. That was the
there was
baddest
friggin'
thing.
bullying in your school, wasn't there? And then the other schools, like, they were kids sniffing glue, juuling at like 13.
Whoa,
Like,
Dude,
I heard so
my-
many stories about kids huffing Clorox.
Jules
Dude,
didn't exist
my-
back in the day, all right?
Dude, my middle school has gone to absolute shit. So they have so many problems now. They now have to do regular checks
Bag
on
checks?
people's bags. Yeah, because people are bringing so many jewels to school. And not only that, but they've had problems with kids like following around people in yarmulkes, chanting burn them. And there were these upperclassmen, and by upperclassmen I mean like 8th graders, walking around going up to 6th graders at the start of school and being like, hey, do you want to join our club? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, all right, we just got to draw this on you, our symbol on you with marker, and then drawing swastikas on people.
Jesus, this is some.
I don't know what happened. Like, none of that shit was going on when I was there. And then bam, 2 years later, they're all going to hell, bro. They're
I
all
have the
going to
answer.
hell.
I have the answer. You know what? You know what happened?
What?
TikTok. I'm telling you.
No, this was
I'm
before
telling you.
TikTok. These
TikTok.
kids have been doing
TikTok,
this for
bro.
so long.
It was TikTok, guys. I think it
Remember-
changed it all.
What was that one video, that movie that came here in your area? It was like Not in Our Neighborhood. Do you remember that movie?
No.
Not in our neighborhood.
It was based around a bunch of kids that were like drawing swastikas on schools because they drew swastikas on your high school, Sam, or like your old high school.
They did? Oh, I know somebody spray painted the N-word on our high school because we had a
That's
black
our school.
principal.
Yo,
No, that was our high school.
that was our school.
No, that was ours.
What
Well, then it
happened?
was both of ours.
Oh.
They just
I just remember our high school, we all got sat down at like, it was like the first day after summer break, and the principal's there. We're all like, oh, what's going on? And he's like, I'm very disappointed. We were all like, we've had 30 seconds. What could we have possibly done to piss off the principal in the 30 seconds we have had back in school? He was just like, one of you spray painted the N-word on the wall, and he just went into this rant. And I just remember thinking, like, why did you say you were mad at all of us then? Like, clearly we didn't, as a group of like 400 to like 800 people, get together and be like, you know what we should do? We should spray paint the N-word on the wall. That seems like a
They do
good
this at
idea.
our school too. We have a spirit ball in our like football field, and the teacher they specified our teacher.
Assistant principal.
assistant principal. I don't think there was any response really, but we had this poster along the school corridor wall that was like, "Oh, Mrs. Blank, we love you," or like, "We're so sorry and we love you." I don't remember what it said, but the reactions were obviously very different. No, we didn't ever talk about it, I don't think.
Oh yeah, we had a whole school-wide announcement.
I mean, not inviting that ever again. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, TikTok, it's just destroying the minds of young people everywhere.
no, it's not. What are you talking about?
Dude, I'm
When
down.
did
I'm down
TikTok
to
do
hate on
anything?
TikTok. I'm down to hate on TikTok.
Like, it's
What do
just
you
destroying
mean?
all the
I-
young people's minds.
You don't even have TikTok, Sam. Josh,
I don't
I
have
don't even
TikTok.
think you
I
have
had-
TikTok either.
I had TikTok for a little bit, and it's garbage.
No, neither of you have TikTok. I mean,
Not
you can
currently.
change
I
the
deleted it.
algorithm to yourself. I mean, sure, bad TikTok, sure, but there's bad everything.
Dude,
No.
but
Let's
that's
be
all
real.
I was getting, bro. I was just getting bad
The
TikTok.
main
Like,
problem
there's-
with TikTok is the fact that there are young girls showing skin, and predators are able to go in their comments and watch it, and they're all in their feed and all that shit. Also, they're
How is
just
it not the same shit that happens on Instagram?
because you can private your Instagram.
You can private your
people-
TikTok.
I don't believe this. Nah.
What do you mean, Josh? These girls that are putting this shit up, they're doing it voluntarily, first of all.
They're
And
like
second
13
of
and
all,
12. They're like 13 and 12 though.
that's just society. Like, if you're gonna blame anyone, blame society. Don't blame TikTok. Like, sure, let's maybe not have guys jack off to little girls and think that's like acceptable. Like, these people should be canceled. Like,
Yeah,
that's
they
where
should
I
be.
accept cancel culture when it comes to guys like getting horny over 14-year-old girls.
But here's the thing: TikTok's algorithm rewards those little girls because there's so many pedophilic
How are
guys.
we just
like
talking about little girls? There's so many bitches complaining that too many boys that are just being there, existing on a video, get like 2 million likes, and that's an issue. Like, it happens to everyone.
TikTok's different, I'm telling you. Right, Sam?
What are you even talking about? You don't
I'm
even have a
like-
strong claim. You just
Now
sound.
I'm kind of. I was
these are
like all
blanket
with you there at the
statements.
beginning, Josh. But now that you've been like coming out with this, I'm like starting to regret that. I'm like, whoa, this dude has some views. And they
All
are
right.
Yeah, you're really
Unfounded.
close-minded over something that's
I do,
not.
though. I will
that
say, I
deep.
do. I do find it hilarious that you were just like, what? You came at me with facts that dispute my claim? I don't believe that. Can't be. Can't be true.
Oh, god. All right, so Sam, what do you hate about TikTok then?
What do I hate about TikTok? Dude, I just find all of it so cringy. I don't know. Just the like 10,000 different dance videos and like only like 3 of them are good. And then there are a couple that I'm down with. Like there are some people who do like really cool like visual effects editing to make some like really cool illusions and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm a magic nerd, so of course. Yeah, I don't know. There's also it rewards people for doing like really horrible pranks. Like I was curious what like some of the top videos were, so I was looking it up, and like half of them were like a pizza delivery guy would show up, and then they just like dump water on him and laugh at him, and I'm like, this poor dude is just trying to make a living, and you're just punishing him. For Juliana, if you're trying to actually say something,
A
your
real
audio's
pizza
off.
delivery guy?
Yeah, like an actual pizza. There's one of the videos that I found in like the like super highly viewed one. It's just like these people. There was this huge college party, and they ordered a pizza. The dude shows up, and as he's taking out, like 7 different people run up dumping water on him, and he just has to get back in his car and leave because there's like nothing he can do about it.
But those are just shitty people. Like, they would have done that regardless, and they would have posted it on Instagram.
But there are lots of shitty
I
people.
trust me. I have plenty of problems with Instagram too.
You don't
This
even-
is not exclusive to TikTok.
Oh,
I'm generally not a fan of social media as a whole.
I kind of respect that too. I do respect that. I think I'm too much of a narcissist to not be on Instagram and TikTok, but at the same time, like, it's really fun. It's not just that. It's like, it's really fun to perform on there because it's like a free outlet. you see so many people that like put their art out there. They put out their amazing editing and like their skits and like their art and like their, well, I said art twice, but
That's
like
true. I will
theater.
admit that there is some pretty good stuff.
I have such a good TikTok sometimes, especially when I see, actually no, there are some things about TikTok that kind of piss me off. Like the exotic animal page on TikTok is really fucking evil. And like I'm definitely a contributor to this because I have an exotic animal and I think that's why it's on my algorithm. But like I'll see monkeys, I'll see tangerines and like tangerines.
Tangerine.
Tangerines?
What are they called?
Bro, that's an exotic pet? Hell yeah, bro. Dude,
Wait, what
I
are
have
they
like
called? What are they called?
I have 7 exotic pets in my kitchen right now.
Wait. What are they called?
I have no idea. What animal? Describe the animal.
I can't say it. There's monkeys and
Is it a type of monkey?
tambourines. Monkeys, gorillas. Fuck, why can't orangutans. What's the other word?
There we go, orangutan.
No, I don't remember the word. Ugh,
Okay. Anyways, it's a type of monkey.
Yeah, those people. Oh, like random frogs and like really bad chameleons and like water dragons, like Chinese water dragons. Like they'll have those types of animals on TikTok.
What a badass
And like
name.
they only have them because they're pretty or because they want to show like, oh, like this is my model pet. And like those
Look at
animals
me
aren't
flexing.
okay to have in captivity. Like monkeys are, first of all, like monkeys, no. Chameleons, no. I mean, chameleon pet trade is like, it's a really big thing, but like they are almost always gonna die in under a year. Like no, under
jeez.
3 months. I'm really gonna put it like 30% of chameleons die within the first month. I think I read that somewhere in like a UK study. Like that shit on TikTok pisses me off. I went into a full tangent.
It's a good discussion, actually. Do you guys think it's okay to own those exotic animals then in the country where they're from? Because then it's like those native animals, and it'd be the same thing of having like a fox or a raccoon as a pet.
Oh
I mean,
my
it's
god,
it's
Josh,
not legal
you were
to, dude. This is making me think about how much I want to have
Josh
Thomas as
talks
a
about all
pet.
the time. He's always like, I really want a raccoon. I want to live in Wyoming and own a raccoon or a fox.
Exactly.
Josh, have I talked to you about Thomas?
No, you have not talked to me.
We have something in our roof that I've named Thomas, and he's like burrowing in there.
Something.
I think it's a raccoon.
I'll go
I'm
catch
not
him.
positive.
I'll go catch him.
But ever since I named him Thomas, I love him now, and I want him as a pet. I don't know what he is, but it's illegal to own a raccoon in California,
Exactly.
as is a skunk and I think a squirrel as well. So my options are kind of out. Dude, skunks are cute. They're
the
so
only problem is that they're weasels, and like you have to feed them meat, and at the same time they can catch COVID. You got to give your weasel like raw meat.
dude,
The good shit.
Thomas will dine on the best steaks, just premium cuts of meat. Premium cuts of meat.
It's like one day your dad like gets a Wagyu beef steak and he cooks it up. He cooks free. You, your mom and your dad. And you start going outside. He looks at you, son. Where you going with that Wagyu steak? You're like, Thomas. You go outside. Put it in the
Not even
trap.
that. Not even that. I just walk in, punch a hole in the wall, and just chuck it in there.
Oh, Thomas, what a lucky guy.
That's actually really smart, Josh, because that's another thing. Like people will have foxes in their homes and then they'll just let them run around and like that'll be a TikTok video. My answer to this is no. Don't have exotic animals in your home.
No, but like going back to it, the country where they originate from.
No, that changes nothing. It doesn't change the fact that it doesn't change the fact that you have an animal in captivity that isn't meant to be raised by people.
Yeah, like it can't be in a small home. Like it can maybe be in like a fenced area. That's fine. But like a home? No.
Yeah, like if you have like a full-blown like habitat for it, I guess sure, why not? But if you're just like if I'm in California, bears are native here. Does that mean I could just like have a bear sitting in my room here and just be like, yo, it's fine, don't worry, he's local?
Yeah, that was
copyright, cut it out.
That's the only thing
Josh's singing is so perfect that's gonna get copyrighted. No.
Hey, what can I say? This beauty of a voice.
I've been given a gift from God.
This is actually a really good thing to mention to you, Josh, because you actually want a raccoon or a fox.
Yeah, that's why I'm moving to Wyoming where it's legal.
No.
It is.
You shouldn't get a raccoon
It is legal.
Fox.
Think about it. If people don't do what they love and want to do in this life, then what's the point of living, right? Like, I
What if
Okay.
the
want to
raccoon doesn't love you?
No, it's gonna love me because you know what? I'm gonna make
Because
sure
I'm gonna feed it.
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna
feed
And that's
it.
how this works.
No,
exactly.
like the main reason is gonna be because you're gonna feed it. Like Conan
Dude,
loves me because like
that's why
we
cats love you. Cats only care about you because you provide food. Like my
honestly
cat, I
Conan.
would be like, come here, and he'd look up to me, he'd be all happy, he'd be nuzzling me, and then he would realize I didn't have food, and he would just walk away. He would just be like, "You're not worth my time. Come back to me when you have dinner."
I don't
Honestly.
know. I've met some really nice cats. I work at a vet clinic. Like almost all the cats that I've met are like literally the best cats I've ever met. Like whenever people say that they have a
Honest.
terrible cat, I'm like, really? There are terrible cats?
I've met a lot of rude cats and they're mean. Like, they're really mean.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I don't
They're
know.
like chihuahuas but on steroids.
My God, what's wrong with everyone hates chihuahuas too? I
Oh
love
yeah,
small
look, natural
animals.
selection. Those animals were not supposed to survive to this age, all right?
The noise
What
they
do
make
you
is just very
mean?
annoying.
I love Chihuahua. Well, I don't love
Well,
Chihuahuas. I like I love my neighbor's Chihuahua, and then every other Chihuahua is kind of a piece of shit. Not like personality wise, even. It's just like they're ugly.
Juliana, answer me this question. If humans didn't come and take chihuahuas into society, what position would they play in this
I
world?
mean, I'm pretty sure humans like bred chihuahuas because weren't they used as like Egyptian guard dogs or something?
They're Mexican.
Are they? Are you sure?
That's just
I
from
could
a
have
movie.
sworn
There's a
it.
literal
That's just
town
from a movie.
in Mexico called Chihuahua.
There's a town called Chihuahua.
In Mexico, or like
What
I
the
don't know if
fuck?
it's a town. It might be a city, but like or a province. But no, I
Hold
mean
on.
Chihuahuas look a lot like village dogs, and village dogs are everywhere. So, I mean, that's kind of a big reason as to why maybe you're thinking that they're from Egypt.
Oh yeah, it does say
I
Mexico.
could have sworn that I heard. Oh yeah. Where was I? Hmm.
Sam's been everywhere, so like he can just use his like, oh, I've been everywhere knowledge.
But back to my main question,
It
Juliana.
might have been.
What
No.
point do they provide, honestly?
I mean, it really just depends. I mean, people could still take care of them. I mean, domestic
No, without
animals like they have a use.
Here.
Like all most dogs like they are bred to do something. So chihuahuas might have something that they're bred to do that I don't know about because I'm not
The
like a doctor
the
or a
thing that I
historian.
heard that they were bred for is to be like the reason why they're super loud and aggressive is because they were actually bred to be guard dogs. Like they were bred that they would like sit inside
I
a
mean, cattle
temple and
dogs.
just like if somebody came in, they would just start barking their ever loving head off and it would alert people.
I mean, but that's every dog. Like, they bark loud too. Every dog.
That's facts. That's facts.
I don't know. I mean, like parrots. Like, why do you? I mean, parrots shouldn't be alive anymore. Like, they're like pretty. They're like super bright. Like, they should have been eaten by something already.
But they can fly. Chihuahuas, they can get eaten
They
by
can
people.
run.
Like, they'll get-
Run.
Dude, they got tiny legs. What's not going to be able to catch a chihuahua?
Like you hear about it in LA all the time. Like my dog got eaten by a chihuahua. Like my dog got like
Your
What?
dog got eaten by a
What?
chihuahua?
Never hear that.
Your dog got eaten by a chihuahua?
No. Like a dog got eaten by a coyote. I'm sorry.
Oh, got it. As everybody knows, we are getting on in December. Hanukkah has ended. Christmas is about to happen. And everybody's again in a festive mood. So we're going to hear about everybody's plans for the holidays. Who would like to start us off?
I'll take the reins first.
All right, let's hear it.
And first off, I'd like to mention I'm very disappointed in Samuel Schnee and his family. They promised us a very
Oh
promising
yeah.
Laka's Nights. I think I pronounced it right.
Vodka's nice.
Lakas, yeah.
And it just never happened. And he told me today why, and it just broke my heart to pieces.
Yeah, Sam, tell us why.
So originally, my dad, by the way, in my opinion, makes the best latkes. They're absolutely delicious. And the three of us were hanging out one night, and my dad comes out just to see what we're doing because we had just like moved from where we had been for a while. And we had been talking about latkes, and Josh, I think you asked if you could come over to have latkes.
Oh yeah, I'm that. Kind.
Yeah, he like invited himself over. And my dad was like, "Oh yeah, sure." And then like 2 nights later, he was like, I don't really want to cook latkes for people and have to deal with like setting all that up. Um, so then they didn't get latkes, but I still did, and they were fantastic.
You
They're
actually
super
got
good. Yeah, my dad was
Yeah.
still gonna make latkes. He just didn't want to make it for more people and have to deal with the whole like social
No, your
distance
dad
meal
must
thing.
have beef. We have beef with your dad. Really?
Y'all did some
He's
shit to him.
like, I don't want to do it for them. We're good friends. We're really good friends.
You tell your dad. You tell him that Josh said he's no longer a Paul.
Where is the
Dude, I'm
loyalty?
telling you, we can get together at some point and I will make latkes for you guys.
Okay, let me know a night. I'll make empanadas.
I'm
Like,
down for that.
I'll
Dude,
take my fucking skillet out and do it.
some good chicken empanadas would be amazing.
Oh my god, I think Columbia does it the best. I think
Dude,
our
we should have a meal night. We can each have like
Josh
meals
can't
from our
cook.
respective cultures.
No, I can make some good Portuguese food. I'll bring some desserts.
There we go, there we go. I can make latkes. Juliana, you can make empanadas. And Josh, I didn't hear what you said, but you can make that
I'll
thing.
be making
Portuguese.
brigadeiros. All right.
Cool, I definitely know what that is.
All right. So back to me and my Christmas slash Hanukkah festivities or holiday plans. So currently I'm in with the family. I have 3 puppies outside and a cat eating cat food. And my family's so I guess I'm gonna head up there I think tomorrow and get drunk off my ass. Yeah, and tell some Christmas stories. And that's gonna be my Christmas festivity. And hopefully for Christmas, I mean for New Year's Eve, I get a New Year's kiss. But we'll see what happens.
I didn't even think of that. Oh my god, you're so smart.
No,
Okay.
I'm just a romantic that will never fall in love.
Who are we talking about? Who's this girl?
Probably somebody he hasn't met yet.
From your dog. You're gonna kiss your cat.
I mean, I can find a girl. It's just not gonna be romantic.
Is it gonna be the girl that we know about, or is it someone new?
Look, I don't really know. I'm still figuring that out.
Wait,
It'll
can you
probably
give
be
us an
someone
update on
random.
her?
What'd you say, Juliana?
Can you give us an update on her?
Is the her his ex? Is that who we're talking about here?
I don't know anything about an ex. I know something about a fling. I don't know her
I
name.
heard.
Like, give her a
Hold up.
name.
What's happening? Who are we talking about?
Yeah, we're supposed to stick onto holiday topics, all right?
Well,
And then,
you said you were getting a kiss, and I was like, "Who's this kiss from?"
yeah, I said a romantic interest that I'll probably never meet. Like,
Who is
Oh.
with? Who is the fling? Who's the fling?
fling is just a girl that I like met up with like 8 months ago and that reconnected with like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, we'll cut it out.
All right. Um,
Sam, leave it in.
I am really. I'll probably leave at least a little bit of.
Wait, okay, we'll move on to my plans.
All right,
My
Juliana's holiday plans. Let's hear it.
I have plans for tonight. I'm going to Shed Boy's house tonight. But other than that, I mean, tomorrow's New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve.
It's one of the eves.
I normally go to church. And like it's the only time I go to church. Like any of us.
Dude, I'm so glad I'm getting out of church.
No.
Hell yeah.
Wait, what are you glad about?
Oh, sorry. I said I'm so glad to be getting out of church. Dude, I hate going to church. Synagogue is where it's at, dude. Synagogues are fire. Church, yeah.
Why?
I go to church every Christmas and every Easter.
Okay, are you not just Jewish?
How many times do I need to tell you this? My father is Jewish, my mother is Christian.
More than once, apparently. I think I only knew you were Jewish.
It's because of the
Through
Jufro.
the
It's because
skin,
of
like
the
through and
Jufro.
through.
Yeah, it's because the Jufro distracts from it.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying you're not going to church.
I'm not going to church. I mean, I'll probably figure out something to do. Like, there's probably church on TV. Like, I'll figure that one out.
A lot of
What
churches are doing Zooms for them for the
Just
services.
promise me
I'll
not
probably
to go on
listen
like
to
Joel
Latin
Osteen's
raps.
like live stream or something like that.
It's just kind of a tradition thing. So, I mean, not that I'm like practicing or anything, but just like it's nice to listen to the Christmas mass. So maybe I'll do that. And I'm planning to go to LA. Planning on being busy, hiking it up. I'm really excited to try a lot of food while I'm there. So like those are my holiday plans, just eating a shit ton of food. And I'll be back before New Year's. So yeah.
Well, I got two questions. Who are you going to LA with? And are you going to have Shed Boy be your New Year's Eve kiss?
I'm getting stared at intensely, and I think I'm going to shit myself.
Okay, while she's dealing with that, I'll move on to my plans. We'll come back to her whenever she deals with whatever she's doing. So, okay. The YouTube crowd is getting a good, fun little view of what's happening there. My plans are, so we just finished celebrating Hanukkah. Each member of my family has their own menorah, and my parents had us light one for my sister who was not here up until recently. We had latkes, and it was just a super fun time. We sang prayers and we sang Hanukkah songs because there are not many. And then for Christmas, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to get drunk. But I am going to, we host we have Thanksgiving and Christmas with the same three families since I think actually before I was born. And so we are having a smaller version of that out in my yard with one of the other families for Christmas dinner.
Okay.
Juliana, have you figured out your situation yet?
I figured it out. Wait, what was I saying? I was saying about LA. Yeah, I'm going to LA. And what was, I don't remember the
Who
question.
are you going to LA with? And are you going to have Shed Boy be your New Year's Eve kiss?
I'm definitely, okay, from who am I going to LA with? I'm going with my neighbor. I'm not going to say
The backgammon neighbor?
my backgammon neighbor. Yeah, we'll call her that. We'll call her backgammon neighbor. We've been friends for like, I don't know, like before I was born, and she was mainly my sister's friend before. She was my sister's friend before she became my friend, and then I just kind of snatched that opportunity and took it. And yeah, she needed a ride to LA, and I've been trying to go. Like I was planning on going before she even came back because I didn't realize she was coming back for Christmas, and I really want to go. Like I was planning on going to Malibu and camping in Malibu, but the campsites are closed. And I was thinking like, oh, I'll just go over to her house and just stay there. But now that she's here and now that we're going to be driving back together, I'm like, it's literally the best timing. And I just want to go there to have fun. I don't know. Okay, wait. The other question, am I going to have Shed Boy be my New Year's kiss? If I'm back in time? If I'm back in time, yes. If not, I'll find a new boy, or I will kiss Shed Boy. I probably will kiss Shed Boy. Just I have to make a plan out of it. Like I plan all of these moments, so I'm gonna have to make a plan out of it.
Sam, are you gonna have a New Year's kiss or what?
Probably not.
Kiss your cat.
I don't have a cat.
Yeah, he doesn't have a cat.
I had a cat. I'll find Thomas and I'll give Thomas a kiss. All right, I do believe it is time for Anime Lovers Anonymous. So the first thing I want to bring up is on the recommendation of Juliana in last episode, I started reading Arachnid. That manga is fucked up. It's insanely horrifying. I hate it. It's crazy.
Oh my
It's so bad.
It's bad?
It's not bad as in like it's not a good it's not like a quality manga. It's just bad as in like when I'm reading it, I feel horrible. Like it's so messed up.
Oh my god, it's such a good
Like, should we talk about the first chapter? The first chapter immediately.
Wait, you have to say it.
How old do you think the main character is?
14 or 16, I can't remember anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna say she looks like she's probably 10. Let's go with 14.
Wait, I mean, I'm not sure.
She looks very young.
Wait, what? How far did you read? Because I'm pretty sure she's a high school like a freshman in high school.
I'm pretty sure she's in middle school in this.
Oh, maybe not. I'm not sure because I read this like 3 years ago, but it was
So first chapter, she gets bullied at school, goes home to her abusive uncle who tries to rape her. Then her uncle gets murdered. Then someone tries to murder her. Then she escapes. Then she tries to murder somebody else. And then in chapter 2, she murders the person who saved her from being murdered. And now, I just recently stopped reading because this random person who is, I don't know, a cockroach or some shit, was like, oh, the only way you can save your friend is if you put on this collar and crawl around the school naked. And I'm like, no, she's a child. I'm out. So I've not gone past that. That bit's a little like, I don't know.
This story is so good. It's so visceral. That's kind of one of the reasons why I liked it. It's so graphic, violent. Like, I like that the girl's the main character. I'm not really into like boy main characters because it's just not. I'm not a boy, and I just had so much fun reading it. I need to reread it now because you're rereading it, or you're reading it.
Yeah, I'll try pressing on and see if it gets a
Wait,
little
you
less
read
bad.
that
But
far? You read that far? Like it must have been good.
yeah,
Enough.
I'm fine with the story. The story seems pretty interesting. It's a little weird that every character is in some way related to a bug and has the power of a bug, but I'm there for it. I'm fine with that. That seems cool. And she's now trying to fight against like an entire league of assassins. Like, sure, let's go for it. I'm down for that. But oh god, the actual.
I'm so glad you read it. Oh my god. I feel really bad. I should have watched one of Joshua's recommendations. I lost the link, but it's like what's it called? Avatar King? King
Oh,
Avatar?
the King's.
Oh, the King's Avatar. Yeah, Josh, have you read it?
I read the light novel. I've read the manga. I finished the series
So where did
That's
you
Brad.
said you were watching the series on like YouTube or something?
on YouTube. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, you'll have to shoot me a link so I can start watching that.
yeah. I'm currently still reading the light novel, and it's amazing. It's amazing. Also, Julian, I saw pictures of Arachnid, and I was just like, wow, like, whew, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I need to see like because I haven't read this story in so long because it's so memorable. Like everything about it was just so graphic.
For the
Like,
YouTube viewers, I'll maybe put up a couple of pictures just to show you why I like stopped reading this. I'll put up ones that like aren't bad enough to probably get this video like fully taken down. But Jesus Christ, it's bad.
like the main problems are like she's super young, no big titties.
I don't even care about that. It's just the age that
She's a
is
bug.
really bothering me.
I hate a spider. Like hate spiders. Fuck those things. And she does weird ass shit. Like no, gotta have at least one of the things I like.
It's
I'm
not
fine with
like it's not like really like it's not fan service. That's definitely not the story. It's not what the selling point.
exactly. And if they just took it out, I think the story would be almost the same, and I would like it so much more.
You
But
think there's a
those
lot of fan service in
scenes,
it?
I don't know if I would call it fan service, but I've only read like what chapter am I up to? I'm probably up to chapter like 6 or so, and she's already been almost naked like 4 different times and fully naked once. And that's too much. That is just too much. I'm on chapter 10
Maybe
out
the
of
person
70.
is a Dojin Arthur because I can honestly say that this looks like a Dojin. I don't know what allured me to it, but there's also another series that I'm actually reading, but it's not been updating much lately. But it's a sequel to this one, and it's pretty much the same story. It's like bugs, murderers, yada yada yada.
Interesting.
But
Yeah, I've got a
I'm
thing
so
for bugs.
surprised that both of you looked at this.
Bug fetish. Like
Oh my God. Not
Recommendation.
that I like bugs. I really don't.
I have a new recommendation for a manga. It's another webtoon. It is called A Returner's Magic Should Be Special. It just yesterday or 2 days ago started its 3rd season. Oh my god, it's super good. The plot is pretty much the plot is like the whole world was plunged into darkness because of these things called the shadow worlds, which they were popping up all around and people were able to deal with them pretty easily. But then one that was like way more dangerous than the world gets destroyed by this thing that no one was prepared for, and he gets killed. and sent back in time, because it's one of those. And
Hi.
and it's really fun to watch because he is really weak. Like, he is not powerful, but he's able to utilize all of his past knowledge to greatly make up for uh, all of his weaknesses. Because I think he went back in time. It was something like 30 years. And so he had knowledge of science and magic from 30 years in the future. And yeah, check
That
it
sounds a
out.
lot like Shield Hero.
No, Shield Heroes, he got transported to a different world. There's no thing of him. He's not even weak. The Shield Hero was weak for the first like couple of chapters, and then he became absolutely busted.
Oh, so he's not busted. He
He's
doesn't ever become busted.
so it's kind of he's busted, but not in like the traditional way where he's just more powerful than everybody else. He's still weaker than like technically weaker than all of his teammates, but he has the ability to like manipulate magic in a way that others can't, just because he spent 30 years in the past being able to study magic more or less.
It's really similar to this novel I read called Supreme Magus. It's just like that, I think.
What is it about?
It's just like magic should be special, where like the person like kind of like goes back in time or like reincarnates. Obviously, sucks when it comes to magic, but they have all this talent, like all this information and experience that they utilize and become like sort of OP, but not really. And they've just learned a different side of magic that other people don't know.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll definitely check it out. I have it loaded up on my laptop right now.
Yeah, we can talk about it in next week's edition of Anime Lovers Anonymous. If you
Okay.
want to throw out a recommendation and tell us what it's about.
Just as a recommendation, I want to recommend this story. It's called Ase to Seken, but it's by Yamada.
If you're listening to this as a podcast, fuck you. You don't get to see it.
You don't get to
Go
see
subscribe to our
that.
YouTube channel just to see the name of the
Just trust
random
what I
manga.
say and just try and spell it out. Just good luck. You'll figure it out. It's called like Sweat and Soap in English. You'll figure it out. Pretty much it's a shoujo manga. To anyone who's a shoujo manga reader, it's about this girl who works in the same office building as this guy, and he smells her and he's like instantly like, "Oh, you smell amazing. I need to like pursue you and like figure out," like he's inspired by the way that she smells, and he's like,
Interesting.
"Oh, I work in the soap manufacturing department and I think that you smell really clean." And she just yeah, they end up falling in love. And like
What the hell?
I think that's the best synopsis I can give. Like he just like sniffs her out and finds her like a fucking dog. But
Is he
it's
trying to like make a soap that smells like her? Like,
yeah,
what is he?
yeah, and he
Really?
does.
Okay.
He makes a soap that smells like her, and I've only read to like maybe volume 4, 5, and I mean that's just because not all of them are published yet. But it's
Yeah.
been such a fun read. It's a comedy. And if you have ever watched anything like a Gretzko, it's pretty similar to that in the office sense. Like it's very office life, and I recommend that. It's so
Okay.
funny because like who the fuck would think like I'm gonna sniff you out and like we're gonna fall in love? Like what kind of story is that?
Yeah,
But
I
it
definitely
works.
would not have seen it coming.
Definitely a weeaboo kind of story, like
A weeaboo kind of story.
one of those like
What do you
major,
mean?
one of those major like K-pop or like Japanese idol fans that just love their idols so much. I can see them doing that.
I'm so confused. Wait,
Sniffs their idol, falls in
I
love.
sniff their idol.
No, and it makes the soap just like the scent. Dude, there's so many
That's
idols.
what they did with Harry Styles. Like there was that candle that smelled like him.
Didn't they? Was this just a meme? There was something that like Gwyneth Paltrow with Goop
Oh
put
yeah,
out a candle that smelled like her vagina.
no, she did that. Yeah, it was
No,
actually
Drake did that.
No,
Wait,
no,
What?
Gwyneth
No,
Paltrow.
it's Gwyneth Paltrow, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
I think Drake is making a candle or cologne that smells exactly like him, and he's gonna sell it for like $800.
Oh no, but this wasn't just something that smelled like Gwyneth Paltrow. It was specifically her pussy.
Yeah, specifically. Yeah.
It's
Why?
if me and Josh are not just completely wrong, it'll be up on screen. I'm pretty sure
It's
we're
sold
right.
out. I'm pretty sure it's sold out too. So
Well, this Drake
People were
candle
there
I'm talking
for it.
about, I'm sure it's sold out too. But I remember hearing that. What's with all these fucking celebrities selling their scents?
That sure is a cent out. All right.
that'd be pretty cool actually. Like you're so like famous that people actually want to smell like you. Like think about that. It's kind of crazy.
All right. We'll catch y'all next week on the next edition of Anime Lovers Anonymous. I don't know how many topics we have left, and we probably should start wrapping it up fairly soon. But I had a quick story about weed,
Drugs,
which is which is exciting for them because my first time trying an edible was with Juliana. Josh was supposed to be there, but I guess parties are more important than his friends. The edibles Juliana gave me did nothing for me. They just, I don't know, weren't strong enough or something. But my sister's coming home, or came home, and she lives in Washington. So as soon as she got home, I was just like, hey sis, bring home any weed? And she just turns around, she's like, yeah, why? And I was like, can we get high? And she was like, yeah, sure. And my dad heard us, and he was like, yo, we're getting high. And so then it was like, okay, now it's me, my sister, and my dad. Okay, we're getting high. And I was like, we gotta keep this from my mom. She'll freak out. And then my mom comes out. She's like, what are you talking about? And my dad was like, oh, we're all gonna have some edibles. And my mom was like, we're getting high? And so last night, my sister just took out some gummies, gave it to us, and my entire family got high together. And yet again, it didn't do much for me. I was disappointed. I got like a tiny bit more giggly than I normally am, but like my mom and sister were fucking losing it. We would do anything and they would just crack up. And like I would literally just I would be like I would say anything. I would like start saying something to my dad who wasn't like as stoned. I would just start asking him a question and they would just go off, just laughing the entire time. And my dad was more of the like the calm stone type. He was just like kind of zen, just kind of like rocking back and forth, feeling himself. I had some like calm music playing in the background. He was having a good time. Yeah, I was disappointed. I don't know if I just like need stronger stuff, but just not doing it.
So
We have to get high.
so how much did you end up taking?
Oh god, how much was it? What's it measured in? Milligrams? I don't
Yeah.
know what the actual measurement is. I think it was like 4 or 5 milligrams.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know nothing about weed.
It's like, I mean, I've gotten pretty bad on 10, but 5's not a lot. And I've taken 40 and I wanted to die. But it really just depends on how
Why
good
did you
your
take
weed is.
40?
I've taken
Wait,
some
was
really
that the
good weed and I've
pineapple?
just
Was
wanted
that the
to fucking
pineapple
drink water.
things? How much did you take when you ate a bunch of the pineapple ones?
Oh, well, that was 40. That was the most I'd ever taken.
Oh, that was the
I've
40?
heard some
Yeah.
people take like 700. I'm like, that sounds like death, but then they're fine.
No, well, I've taken 500 milligrams before, and I
You're
did.
joking. Seriously?
Me and me and this other guy from team. We might clip it out. We might not. It doesn't really matter to be honest. But anyways, me and this other guy from team. We happen to have the same edible. You know, coincidence, right? Coincidence. We both like text each other like, "Yo, homie, let's eat it right now." At the exact same time. Ate it. Both of us were high for the next like 2.5 days, and we both wanted to die. Like it was horrible. I threw up, and I just wanted to die.
Jesus Christ.
500 milligrams, most potent edible in the
Oh,
world.
hello.
Cookie.
Hi. Cookies?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Sister.
Nice to meet you.
Cookies.
I
Thank
was
you.
just talking about a cookie too. My potent edible cookie, man. That's crazy.
Dude, talk about service, bro. These things
I
are
think
piping
he's trying
hot.
to drug you. Those are weed cookies.
Dude, I'd be happy if these were wheat cookies.
Oh my god, we have to get high. That's all I heard in the story. Like I literally zoned out the moment you said all 4 of you got
I'm
high.
down.
We all have to get high.
Well,
I'm
I'm
down.
gonna get drunk. I've kind of sworn off weed at this point, bro. Like,
Are you
Okay, that's the
Josh,
thing.
you swore off weed, but you're still fine with alcohol? Come on, man.
yes, I'm so
Alcohol is so much worse for you.
You took a drug
no,
class.
God damn it, Josh, come on.
No, I agree with Josh in a sense because like I don't have a good time on edibles, but I still want to take them all as like the three of us because that would be so funny.
But dude, alcohol is so much worse for you than weed.
Dude, everything's bad for me in this world, especially French fries, but we eat them all the time. All right, so
Not especially French fries.
especially French fries.
Sam, I
We're
think
talking
your
about
tweet
alcohol
is
and weed, and
alcohol.
you're like, dude, you know what's worse than alcohol and weed? French
Absolutely.
fries.
You know,
All
just
right, Juliana,
after many
calm
years
down.
of taking drugs, I've just found out that like, I prefer alcohol and weed, it just doesn't hit me the same.
All right, I won't bust out my personal crusade on alcohol.
No, you have a personal crusade about it, even though you don't drink it much at all. Not that I drink it much at all, and I don't even think Josh. I don't think you drink it that much.
No, I don't. I definitely don't drink that
Yeah,
until
I
tomorrow.
don't drink it because it's legitimately horrible for you.
I don't care.
Alcohol causes more deaths in the U.S. than most other drugs combined.
You're probably right, but I mean,
I know.
at the end of the day, like Josh, I think you have to just put on your big boy pants and we should all get high together.
Or I just get drunk with y'all, like it's the same thing.
No, but we're not getting
Dude,
drunk.
I don't want to deal
like,
with drunk
that's
Josh.
illegal.
Whoa. Drunk Josh and high Josh are basically the same. I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
Really? I am
Yes.
so different. What do you mean?
I'm responsible for myself inside and out. And so I make sure that no matter how like drunk or how high I get, I can always make sure I take care of myself.
I think you're focusing too much on taking care of
No,
yourself.
no. Because in this world, if you fuck up and take too much of a drug, and there's like no,
But that's like a prerequisite before you do it. We're not stupid here. Like
I'll
we're
take that risk. I'll take that
smart.
risk. I can get drunk, and high, and I'll still be able to take care of myself, and that's the limit. That's the limit.
Oh
So-
yeah,
Fair enough.
totally. Like sloppy drunk is not me. I remember like I had to do a lot of my homework. Like all of my chem assignments that I had to turn in, I was belligerent because I was with my friend, my neighbor down the street, and we were just belligerent. We're 18. This is not something that's podcast friendly, is it?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you didn't have to say we were 18, but
Well, we just had a segment where we talked about how we just graduated high school.
Well, I'm not 18.
Ah.
So this
I'm not 18 either. Technically, you're the only one who's 18.
Yeah, you're the
but,
only kid.
Okay, 'cause
you know,
personally, I'm 18.
I'm actually 21. So
Yeah. Wow, me too. What a
You must be dumb as bricks if you just graduated high school.
no, I just wasn't entered. I went into kindergarten at age 10. I don't think that math adds up, but you know what? Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Like, sure, like Josh, let's get drunk, but like we don't have a location, so it's not gonna happen.
I'll get drunk, you guys get high, and then it works out.
Honestly, that'll work. Like
Yeah.
if that's what we have to
Whatever.
do, Sam, you and I can be high and we can watch you play card tricks.
Yeah.
Wait, will you do a card trick for us on the camera now? Like only the people that get to watch this.
Oh
get to see
God.
it.
Okay.
And
Hold
if you
on. I
wanna
need a deck
see
of
it, then
cards.
you have to go onto the No Culture podcast and subscribe.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, he has a loft, everybody. Like
Hold
if
on.
comment down in the section below if you have a loft bed.
All cool people have a loft bed.
No, only like hipster parent kids have a loft bed. Like only kids that have parents that smoke weed at night have a loft bed. And I stand by that. When you lowered the camera.
Because I need to show you my hands.
No, I know. I'm just a fucking old man.
Dude, anytime I try and do this trick in front of people, I always mess it up.
It's okay. Just calm down. Just take a breath. Where's Josh?
I don't know. Is Josh coming back?
Wait. That was too fast. What happened? Oh, I see it. I see you doing we were trying to learn that one the other day.
I can do a kind of card trick with it. This is something I just came up. So, Julian, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to go like this. And you're just going to tell me when to stop, okay?
Stop.
All right. So, we're going to give you this card, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to look away. That's your card. Got it?
Yeah.
All right. So now I'm going to take the deck. I'm just going to give it a little shuffle. And we're shuffling and we're shuffling and we're shuffling. I have a feeling that I'm going to have to cut this out because I feel like I messed this up. But is that your card?
Oh my god, it is nice.
Hell yes.
Where did you learn about cardistry?
Where did I learn about cardistry? So I've always been a huge fan of magic. I used to entertain my grandparents' elderly home with magic when I was a kid. Then I kind of dropped it after a little while because I just got kind of tired of having to use all these gimmicks and all these like weird props to do magic tricks. So then I got into card tricks, then forgot all of the card tricks. And just recently, I discovered cardistry, which is just a way of manipulating a deck of cards in a really cool way. And so if anybody wants to see some like actually impressive cardistry, just look up like cardistry compilation, because they do some insane stuff with cardistry.
Was the thing that you just showed us now like your sickest move?
Probably. I don't
Do you
know
have
if it's
anything
necessarily
else?
my hardest, but it's definitely the flashiest. I
Yeah,
have,
because
hold on, let's see if I can.
you have a
Oh,
fucking
God.
Great Dane.
Yeah, and her puppies are in the back.
This
That's
is not,
those
that
things
doesn't
are
look great,
quiet.
but
I'll have to sneeze. COVID. Dude, I love Great Danes. Give me, I don't want one, but like if
nobody.
I was like 10 years older and rich, like I would take a Great Dane any day.
We're probably going to end up cutting all of this out of the video.
No, it's fine. Look at her. Girl, she's so cute. I love Great Danes.
Good, but you're so good. You're good, mommy.
Like literally, how the fuck do you take care of that animal? Like thank God they're so gentle, because otherwise, like, it would literally kill you.
Good, mommy. You're good, mommy.
No, all Great Danes are good. Like, to be fair, I haven't met a bad Great Dane.
Saint Bernard, like dad, is an asshole. He just always wants to play, and like he's so slobbery. Like, it's horrible.
He loves you, and that's cute.
He does love me, but I'll love him back. It's bad.
No, I don't like Great Bernards. I was compared to one the other day, and I was like, okay.
You just said Great Bernards.
I'm Saint Bernards.
Great Bernards, I swear.
I know
I
that's the podcast. Good night, everybody.
Guys, that's our
You want
episode
me
for the week on the
to-
No Cultured Podcast.
And if you want to watch that, just come over for next week.
Final plug, where can we find everybody?
You can find me at Juliana McKenna on almost everything. Where can we find Josh?
Josh Santos 1 on Instagram.
Some Schnee on Instagram. I'm really curious how many followers I can get without posting a single photo. So go and follow that.
But thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Stay
Goodbye.
beautiful.